Hello Munroe. Now this video is directed to you after seeing some interviews you've done recently, and I want to bring a new argument to the debate. Now I want to use the analogy of hair colour, because as I can see in your videos, you've dyed your hair. Now, before I get into this, I want to describe your past interviews and how you discussed with I think it was a Christian. Now, I'm not... You say, I think you said it's not the right of Christianity to exert a force, but we're not there. We share bonds. We have this thing called love, and love needs a standard. Now, love is kind. You yourself, I imagine, say you love people. That's why you had this sex change. You loved yourself so much, you took the decision to change it. Now we have to get by this this uneasy inevitability that when people discuss issues that are bound to encourage conflict, we have to use love as the umpire when we become too passionate and aggressive. Like, I'm guilty of raising my voice when this happens. I have to say to myself, just imagine an umpire sitting in the seat and saying, love is kind. So, and when I raise my voice, I'm reminded by this this command. So I rein back on my unhelpful additions to debate. Now, back to this issue. Now, why do you dye your hair? I mean, it's a nice colour. I can see that. I like colour. But nature did not give human beings the luxury of natural hair colour. Like, if you look at the animal kingdom, you have a wide range of colour. But for some reason unknown or has been lost, or maybe exists, if you read the Bible, that might give a clue why humans are not so colourful, shall we say. Because there's a purpose for human beings. Colour. Now, this analogy of hair colour, right? Recently, up until where people were advocating more than one sex that we humans can identify with, it was the norm that it was male and female. Nature has been like that. And any other cases were abnormalities caused by genetics, the flaw of genetics. Now, in this analogy, let's look at hair. Like, I'm not going to do the exact, but I think you'll understand where I'm going with this. We have black hair, we have brown hair, we have blonde hair, we have white hair, we have red, auburn red hair, and a spectrum of these colours in between, like a colour palette. But the fact is, we do not have the gene for your dyed hair. Now, why you chose this hair colour? Because you wanted to be this colour. You wanted your hair to have this effect. You believe that your hair has the right to have this hair the way it is. That's all very well. Yeah, I can see that. But as you can see, when you apply hair dye, as soon as you apply it, the lasting effects will eventually wear off. There comes a point in time where you have to replenish the roots of your hair and restart the whole process. Now, I mean, that's unnatural to me. Now, using this, let's talk about the issue of a reassignment or the transgender people. If you're a man, you want to be a woman, or if you're a woman and you want to be a man. Now, you take drugs to redistribute the chemical makeup of your body, so the body doesn't revert back to its original ways from that person's birth. So the use of drugs is acting on the body to prevent it from being natural. This issue, you're so passionate about saying you want rights for people who wish to change their gender, but you don't sell this similar issue with hair dye. You don't go around the world saying we should all change our hair because I have this feeling my hair should be purple, my hair should be white, my hair should be multicoloured. But the interesting thing is, hair colour doesn't affect the body. I mean, the chemicals can sometimes damage the scalp with burns. I think that's if it's not applied correctly. But that's not the same issue as the application of applying dye will change the structure of your body, structure of the chemical makeup of your body. Now, whereas gender reassignment damages the body, there is no harmony with the body. Now, let's take gender reassignment in an actual person that has had the procedure. If you remove the drugs from that person will not have harmony after a duration of time. Because on the one hand, your body and your mind are going to be in two different places. Your mind may be thinking the way you want it to think, but your body is showing signs of the opposite. And you're never going to get this peace, inner peace that you require. Now that seems to me a little bit dangerous, Because why would you do... Let's take the issue of drugs. Like we have party drugs, you know, like ecstasy, hash, you know what I mean. All these different kind of drugs. Now, people take these drugs just for fun, but these drugs have an effect on people. Now, are you going to make the stand that these drugs created by men and women that have no idea of the overall result after 50 years of using them will have on the body? Do you wish more pain on top of the pain you are already feeling, or all the... I mean, a person who doubts their body is going to doubt their body anyway. I mean, if you take love, and I'm sure the only way that you can use your sexuality or gender is through love. Now, do you doubt love? But despite this doubt and conflict, you put up with it. So the need for transgender people to say these doubts I'm having, they're not really justifiable, because you accept them for love. Because I think you were a man and now you're a woman, right? A woman with an X at the end, I think it's. Now, how do you justify your gender? The only way you can justify your gender is by using love, the action of love. Right? Now, so let's give an example. You meet I don't know who you're attracted to. I don't know if you're attracted to women now that you're a woman, or now that you're a woman you're attracted to guys, because you've never said that. Or maybe you're attracted to both. But the question is, in order for you to physically use this new gender, you use this thing called love to guide you. Now, do you doubt what love is, what the purpose is, why you do not act in a certain way? You see, I'll explain it better, right? Say I'll be the guinea pig here. Right, say I know this lassie, right? And I say to them, I think I love her, I want to love her, but the way I act is not how this idea of love should be. How do you get around that? Do you change? Do you go to science and say, I want you to change my understanding of love. I want you to change the physical makeup of love. I want you to create these chemicals to redefine the structure of love. Just like in reassignment surgery, where a male becomes a female or a female becomes a man. I want science to take this thing called love, which is the only mechanism by which you can validate your sexuality or gender, and change it. I want science to change love. Now, this brings me back to Christianity, because I remember you debated a Christian doctor, and and I can't remember exactly what it was, but you said religion or Christianity doesn't have the authority. No, but love has the authority, because every person has this understanding of this thing called love. Now, love needs a standard. Just like you claim that a gender needs a standard. You say this gender must be allowed to swap from place to place, and say, if I'm a male, I can say, well, I'm a female. This kind of thing. Or did I? I don't know if I did explain that bit right. But you see, what Christianity does is provide a standard for love. As I said at the beginning, love is kind. And that came from the Bible 2,000 years ago. Because before Jesus appeared, everybody used the word love. But up to that point, nobody had a standard for love. Now you take the Romans and the Greeks, they had wives, they had partners, but they also had mistresses, they had affairs, they had goodness knows what. And it was Jesus that provided the standard to say, no, love needs a standard for it to be beneficial to everyone. Because it was Christianity that made marriage monogamous. It's saying love is this desire to be with this one person. Just like it's a desire for people to worship one God. Why? Maybe I should. I'll go.